Hey babe, happy 75th birthday. I remember way back in 1975 meeting you for the very first time. Good times, past, present, and lots to come in the future. Love you. Happy birthday.
Uncle Wayne, we remember you as a great warrior. You attacked your chores and your fun with great vigor as the Broom Ninja. You should know that your legend lives on. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah. Happy birthday, Uncle Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Hi.
It's Jeff and Paula. We happen to be downtown. We wish you were here. Although Paula, she always does say that if the two of us are alone, that it can create a problem. But I don't think that's necessarily the case.
I don't either.
So anyway, while we're here, we're going to see Rodin, who's the greatest sculptor, as you know, since Michelangelo. And those great Renaissance men remind me of you. Movie star, entrepreneur, wonderful father,
You gonna
great
give him
friend.
A bit of advice, like you said.
No, I don't have any advice. Oh, yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes. One of my favorite expressions is leave it all behind you.
As, how are ya? I could go on and on, as you well know, about many, many things, but I always go back to the same one. You're going out the window at Twin Lakes, down the ladder, and in the middle of the night, Mom calling for you, and I rush down the stairs and say, Mom, Wayne's asleep, I'll help you. And then I go back upstairs and wait for hours and worry as to when you're coming home. Then finally, I hear the Ford convertible coming down Esch Road and stopping at the alleyway so that you can push it home so Mom doesn't hear you. And you're back up the stairs. Good times, Spaz.
Hi, Wayne. There are so many I remember when moments in the 24 years that we've worked together. And do you know 24 years is over 6,200 days and over 50,000 hours together? But one of the things that makes me laugh whenever I hear the song Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train, I remember you standing by the copy machine, dancing around, kicking your legs out. That was at the time when we used to blast country music all the time. And then we hired these crazy people that don't like country music, so we don't get to play it as often. But when I hear that song, I think about that fun time that we had. There's lots of fun times that we've had together in all these years. You've taught me a lot about business and life in general, and it's really been a wonderful 24 years working together.
I remember when my dad got me a set of golf clubs 10 years ago. I'm currently working on my 150th round at Cog Hill since I joined in July. Thank you, Dad, for sharing your interest with those whom you love. Happy birthday.
I remember when you were my landlord and I would come over to your office and sit on your lap and tell you exactly what I wanted from Santa Claus for Christmas. And those days are very special to me and those moments are special to me. And we are looking forward to seeing you
on the snowmobile trail.
Uncle Azure Chief, happy birthday and surprise. I remember when I was little, so many great memories, but one that I remember very, very well and now kind of feel bad about. When we would get into the car, we were hoping, always hoping, that you would forget to put your seatbelt on, because if you went 50 feet, you owed us a treat. And Chris and I would sit in the back hoping, just watching you. And being a parent now, I know that you went 50 feet just to get us a treat.
Hey, Dad. Man, we're looking older since those thrashing days. I remember when I lived in Nashville, and I gave you a call one day after I had just met a very special lady. And I was describing her as being so thoughtful, so beautiful, just loved music, loved water skiing, really the full package. And the best advice you ever gave me was you said, Chris, wrap that package up, bring her home. And we all know how that story turned out. I just want you to know that I'm truly blessed to have you as my bud, my boss, and most importantly, my dad. So to 75 more thrashing years, happy birthday.
Thought I would try to write a song about a guy I've known for so long. His name is Wayne Ratay. But it's hard to find words that rhyme when your name is Wayne Ratay, so I'll just end every line with Wayne Ratay. So here's a list of memories spanning 32 years. Some will bring you a smile, a couple will bring you some tears. But here we go. Milwaukee, Bill Olson, One Oak Brook Terrace, Westwater Winches, Lisa County, IBM, FBI, Endotronics, Anchor Bank, Lender Liability, Mr. Wayne Ratay. Lisle, Illinois, business modeling, smelly Euros. Who brought those things into the office? I like Euros. Business modeling, oh yeah, I talked about that. How about commissions? Commissions, oh Lord, commissions. Debbie, you're a saint. Company trips, Caribbean, oh John, my inner thighs are killing me. Cancun once, Cancun twice, Cancun 3 times. No, third one didn't happen. You owe me. Cabo, oh yeah, the hurricane. Montezuma's revenge was crazy. Somewhere along the way became a millionaire, Wayne Ratay. Well, I moved to Nashville, did not become a millionaire. As you can tell, songwriting just did not happen for me. Is it a hit? I don't think so. Well, futons on the floor, laughing for hours till it hurt, then laughing a few hours more. Shannon Tweed, Minnie Pearl, and every girl in between. And Chris and Brian, that's the best thing you and Kathy ever sent to me in Tennessee. My 60 seconds are gone. For this 32-year song, there's so many more things I could say. But happy 75th. I wish you 100 more. I love you, Wayne Ratay.
My favorite memory of Uncle Tex, Wayne T. Ratay, is just his larger-than-life personality and his belly laugh. I love that when he's telling a story, he just sometimes loses it and can't help but laugh through the thing. And I also love how devoted he is to family. And I remember when Uncle Wayne and Aunt Kathy came to my college graduation. It was so special and just something I wouldn't have expected. And I just love him. Charlie seconds everything.
Uncle Wayne, Uncle Russ and Aunt Care here. Hey, I remember going back to when I was like 3, and you got in a lot of trouble for taking us out to the raft. That was a good one. Moving from there, my next good memory was when you had a pizza party, and it was a clever disguise for relieving some oil drums from a nearby junkyard for the mining. I knew I'd made it when I got invited to go along on that mission. Fast forward to Oak Brook, somewhere around 1972. You and I didn't see much of each other, even though we were roommates. And I still believe that I probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on late charges based upon your teaching me how to do my bills every 2 months. But they were great times when we did do the bills. Fast forward to now, we're looking forward to seeing a lot of you and Kathy down here and the kids. Can't wait to see you. Love the fact that you're going to be down here. Johnny's here, and Kaylee's doing the camera. So I want to wish you the happiest, healthiest, and most wonderful 75th birthday, buddy. Fill everybody in on the details of those things, would you? God bless.
Hi, Wayne. I was asked to do a very, very short testimonial for you. And when they said short, I guess that's it. See you later.
Love you, Wayne Ratay. We wish you the best 75th birthday. And I could go on and on and on about how much I love you and how many good times we've had together and how important our friendship is. So have a great 75th. Wish we were there. Love you.
No, I'm just only kidding. But I didn't know whether to do a roast or a testimonial. So I thought I'd go right down the middle and talk about all the injuries that you were responsible for. You know, like bad knees, shoulders, from all the sand that I hauled for your beach, the piers, the birdhouse, the buckthorns, the 250 feet of buckthorns that I put in, and all the plants that we used to steal from the neighbors in equestrian estates. That makes me think of you often when I'm in pain. But I gotta tell you the truth. I really think about you all the time because we've always had a fucking good time every time we've been out on vacation or we went out to eat, especially when we went out to eat. Because man, I've never seen anybody scoff down food like you do. I mean, I have to tell you gotta stop the grunting. So, on this big 75th, I gotta tell you, I love you, man. It's been a pleasure. 40-some years, you're second in line in my friendship. In age only, but first in my heart. So have a good time, buddy. I love you.
Hi, Dad. Tiny girl here. So glad you gave me that name, pre-babies. We've had a lot of good times over the last 8 years, from Nashville to Chicago, Twin Lakes, Lamont, and all the family trips. The two memories that I will always cherish, one is remembering when I met you for the very first time. It was actually at this exact location we're all in tonight, La Dolce Vita, Easter weekend 2010. And you were as warm and loving and interested in me as you are always in other people. And I felt like I'd known you for years. And then we took the conversation across the street to Tom's place, where he introduced me to a Blatz for the very first time. And I had already had a feeling that I may have found the one, but I could not have been happier to see that the apple had not fallen that far from the tree. Fast forward a few months from there, I remember when you and I went on a date, just the two of us, to my way, or as I like to refer to it, our way, where we had such a great time and the hours flew by. And we looked around and realized we were the only two people still sitting in the restaurant. They were actually putting the bar stools up, so we decided we should probably leave. I feel so grateful every day that I get to have you as my father-in-law and the papa to my children.
Hey, Wayne. Hey, when I look back at some of the memorable moments we've had together over the years, one of them that kind of does stand out is a night that I know this will be hard for people to believe, but there was a night that you might have had a little too much to drink. But it was a night that we were at Gene and Helen Esposito's house for a great party that they had. And we were having a great time, but Kathy, being the religious person that she is, wanted to be sure that she would make it to church the next day. So she left at a somewhat reasonable point in the evening, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I assured Kathy that I would not keep you out too late, okay? But I think I pulled in your driveway between 3 o'clock and 4 in the morning. And I had told you, I said, listen, tell Kathy it's all my fault, that I encouraged you to stay out so late. And it was really, all my fault. Although I do remember that it didn't take a lot of encouragement at that point in the evening. So we got to your house and pulled up, walked up to the door with you. And you were having a little trouble getting the key in the door. And you decided to ring the doorbell. And I said, no, don't do that, Wayne, don't do that. And bingo, you rang the doorbell. And Kathy appeared like in 20 seconds. I couldn't believe it seemed like how fast she got there. And I said to you, like, Wayne, I don't mind taking the heat for getting you home late, but not for ringing the doorbell at 3:30 in the morning. But Kathy was like really a good sport about it, and I see you survived, you're alive the next day to tell about it. So But Wayne, I just want to say thanks so much for all the great times we have had over the years. You've been a best friend, great friend for so many years. You listen to me when I have some problems, and you always act interested when I tell you about my tales of woe or my deals I'm working on. And you might not even be interested in them, but you always act like you're interested in them. So you're a great friend, great guy, and I love you, buddy. You're awesome. It's very hard to believe you're 75. I think most people would think maybe 55 at the most.
We seem to remember one other birthday party many years ago when I was working for American Licorice.
And that party was at your house, and your lovely wife had hired a young woman to play the piano for the event. So she was playing the piano in the living room, and Len brought you a large container of snaps.
And you proceeded to get pretty happy at the party and decided to share the love and spread your snaps around.
All over the room, including in the piano.
You were tossing them out like a king to his peasants and throwing the candy around so that we could enjoy it.
It was a wonderful evening, and we'll never forget it.
You know, I met you the day I met my wife for the first time, so it was a double special, important day for me. You know, ever since the day I met you, been known for your energy and your laugh, and just being a great loving guy. So my probably my special Wayne Ratay story, or all the Wayne Ratay stories that I hear from Nick and from others about Uncle Wayne, about the Monty and the lake, and crazy Uncle Spazzer Chief, and all the fun crazy stuff that uncles do, and you certainly did as an uncle. So as you can tell from the stories, and I'm sure from everyone tonight, you're a very well loved man, and very well deserved.
Happy 75th, Wayne. After 50-some years and lots of memories, my most frequently thought of one is our trying to learn the singing of the Little Drummer Boy, and hearing it very frequently over the years. A lot of fun, laughs, beer, and more beer. Trying to conquer the words, which we were a failure at. We were lucky to have control of the jukebox and the reject button. We were a failure at it totally. We had a lot of great times and many more to come.
Hi, Wayne. I didn't realize when I married Ron that you came along in the bargain. I should have known when you were invited to join us on our honeymoon how close our friendship would become. From my first water ski lesson, oh, those onions, to the family trips, meals, good times, and bad, you will always be our Uncle Wayne.
I remember snowmobiling with my dad almost every winter as a boy. And when I was 12, he bought me my first snowmobile. Actually, it was my only snowmobile. But there was no snow that year. So we drove north. And it was so important to him, because it was so important to me that I get to use my gift, that we ended up all the way in the Upper Peninsula in Traverse City. And that night, he and I said a prayer and promised that if it snowed, we'd go to church. Well, the next morning we woke up and it was really coming down. So he and I ended up snowmobiling to church that morning.
I remember when Wayne rented the sod cutter. Now, Chris and I had done plenty of odd jobs over the years, and we're doing landscaping in the front of the house one day when this monstrosity rolls up on a trailer. It's this bladed machine that's going to remove sod from the back of the house. So we're informed that for the rest of the day, we're transplanting cut sod from the backyard up to the front of the house by the street. Now, it is the dead of summer. It is 95 degrees outside, and there's a small hill in the backyard that's not so small when you have two 50-pound rolls of sod on your shoulders and you're bringing them up to the front of the house. So we're going back and forth. Hour or two later, in the sweltering heat, our luck gets even worse because a torrential downpour hits. So we're trying to finish up, the rain's coming down, and as I'm walking up the hill with the sod on my shoulder, I hear Wayne yell, "Pick up the pace! I'm renting this machine by the hour!" It was by far the hardest money I've ever earned. So Mr. Ratay, I brought up a lot of good memories. I was thinking of something for this video. And, this one stuck out to me because it occurred to me that, your vision and your work ethic were crucial. And, we couldn't even see it sometimes, to get all these projects to come together. And those same qualities, helped build a small business, raise a great family, and I think lead a very full life. And I'm grateful that you've let me be a part of that so far.
I remember when my godfather used to take us up on top of the Monte and we could jump off into the lake, and then he'd pick us up on the jet boat, and what would we do? We'd go footing. All right, over to the kids.
Hi, I remember when we were younger and you used to chase us around the house, Uncle Tozy trying to grab our feet and stick them in our mouth, and it was just a lot of fun.
And you were always on the girls' team.
And I remember Uncle Wayne always brings a smile to my face. You're always just so wonderful and warm. We love you, Uncle Wayne.
I remember Fiesta Americana in 2000. Scrums had to carry Wayne to his hotel room after too much tequila at the pool bar.
I remember Wayne spilling red wine on brand new white carpeting, but it was sure worth it.
I remember Las Vegas trying to win big money at Wild Bill's. Make that any money!
I remember when Wayne's alter ego, Guy, showed up with Candy of Candy Corp Inc. at Lady Remington Conference.
Woo! Look at that hair.
You've been a great friend throughout the years. I can remember 10 years ago when we first met at my first Sertoma meeting. You've been a wonderful asset to the club and a great friend to myself.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
We're very happy to spend this special day with you. We remember all those great band weekends we spent together over the years and those wonderful times on the lake.
Greetings from beautiful Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. Bill and Sue here.
Happy birthday, Triple Lock Guy.
What's that? You don't know the story of Triple Lock Guy? Well, let us fill you in.
We became neighbors to Triple Lock Guy many years ago. We noticed what a beautiful lakefront lawn he had, and we also noticed that it was 3 lots. So the name Triple Lock Guy was formed.
And everyone in my family called him that for years, Triple Lock Guy. My parents, my brothers and sisters, my kids, people, our friends that would come over, they'd say, "Who's that?" Well, it was Triple Lock Guy.
And Triple Lock Guy had 2 little dogs named Homer and Dixie. And those 2 little dogs loved roaming out of the gate and wandering into our yard. Well, one afternoon, Triple Lock Guy came to corral them back home, and that's when we met Wayne.
And the story is still going from there today. So the way we look at it is we lost a friend in Triple Lock Guy, but we gained a friend that we will admire forever in Wayne.
Hi, Uncle Wayne. I remember when I went to the boat with you, and I drive the boat, and I honked the horn. Beep, beep, beep.
Thanks for the memories.
Hi, Wayne. I remember when we learned that Red Dog and Weed Killer don't mix. I also remember when we learned that it's a heck of a lot easier to get the boat lift out of the water if you don't sink the rowboat under it. And I also remember you being there for everything important in my life. So I'm glad I can be here for you to celebrate your 75th birthday.
You know, we do have some really good times that we spent with you and Kathy. One of them was introducing you to
Uncle Charlie.
And Uncle
St.
Charlie
Thomas.
is one of our favorite people in St. Thomas. And we also remember when we went to
St. Kitts.
and we ate sushi almost every single night. We didn't do much but drink and eat.
It was a great menu and a great time.
I've just been remembering the days back on Lake Elizabeth with the Monty and you and Ron and Al and all the other guys that and girls that were out on the boat with us. And this was a fun time for all friends. We partied in the summer. And the Monty is a one-of-a-kind party boat.
Good evening, Uncle Job. How you doing, buddy? So this is Jabba number 2 talking to Jabba number 1. Happy 4 scores minus 5 years. That's 75 in case you didn't know. Our wonderful relationship began incredibly a long time ago when I fell in love with your sister Barbie and you were 17. That's, 58 years ago. Incredible. The memories are too numerous to even begin to recant. However, I'm going to give it a shot and try to stay within my time frame. So a few of the highlights. First of all, saving Barb and myself on our morning voyage on our M16 when I turtled it in the middle of the lake. And of course you and all the guys came over, not to save me, but to save Barb. Take a look at her in her two-piece. Also saving us when we went through the ice that night, Barbie, Nix, and myself, when somehow black ice got right in front of me without my glasses on. And we both went in with Nikki and the little scooter. But thanks for saving us there. Your wedding, of course, in our backyard is a huge remembrance to both Barbie and myself. Also, we never lost one race in our Sea Scouts, particularly when Hamilton was in the field. Got to remember Jim Ricker, Fixer Repair Daily, that F-O-R-D Ford that Barb talked about just a few minutes ago. Don't forget Bernie and Tom, Tippy and Snoopy. Damani, of course, is a big part of everybody's life. You got Mad Dan's, you got Freddie, you got Tommy, Ronnie, Judy, and of course all our travels, starting in Palm Desert, going to East Africa, and don't forget those rose petals in the bathtub on Ganola Quarter. Budapest, the Rambla in Barcelona, Morocco, Marbella, Krakow, Warsaw, the Orient Express, Paris, Bucharest, Turkey, Aruba, St. Kitts, my shirt, South America, Argentina, Brazil, and Chile. Remember when you almost lost your precious gold necklace? Scandinavia, Scotland, St. Andrews, of course, and Florida and Twin Lakes. My mom and dad, all our kids, all your kids, and all the grandkids. So thanks for all the memories. And of course, when we launched our new Sea Scow, Jabba Cubed, after America Cubed, which reminded us, of course, that Jabba, to you and to me, when we put our arms around each other, always meant best of friends. But of course, as the old Polish guy walked down the street and said, "You guys really know what Jabba means?" It means frog. And that was the biggest joke in our life.
Hi, did you want to tell Papa something? Did you finish your I remember when? Where is it, over here? I remember when I met my Papa, learned to walk, and became big sister to a little mister.
Happy birthday, Papa!
So to you, to the best of friends, here's a toast to you from us.
Love ya. Happy birthday and many, many, many more.
In your brand new St. Andrews glasses.
I love you so much. I wish you a very happy 75th birthday, and here's to many more.
This is a Crown Royal. It's not the old brandy, VSOP or VP that we used to drink.
Happy birthday, Uncle Wayne. Love you.
But it's the Crown Royal with a toast to you that we wish you and we love you the next best 75 years of your life.
Happy birthday. You're such a wonderful uncle.
Cheers to you. Happy birthday.
Here's to many, many more happy birthdays. May all your birthday wishes come true.
Okay, buddy. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
Happy birthday. Love you.
We love you. Have a great birthday.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
Happy 75th birthday, Wayne.
Very happy 75th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have a great 75th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy 75th birthday!
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jabba. Happy birthday to you. Many wishes to you. Many wishes to you. Many wishes, dear Jabba. Many wishes to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless Jabba. May the good Lord bless you.
Love you, Spaz.
Happy birthday.